This is Dabu7. There's more and more talk of this internet apocalypse coming around the corner, and it seems the mainstream is trying to seed this in to having to do with the sun. I've been warning for the past decade that a lights out event can happen, and it doesn't have to be the sun. It can be humans, mankind, flipping the switch or playing games on its fellow peers here on this planet and putting them in the dark. An EMP or just simply attacking the cables, cyber attacks, things of that nature will help bring this about. But if the sun was to unleash anything, the odds of it happening are highest when it hits the peak of its solar cycle. Right now, we're hearing from several different scientists that they believe the peak of this solar cycle 25 is about to happen early. They say that the sun has become more active all of a sudden. It's unleashing solar flares, which are these coronal mass ejections and these geomagnetic storms. They're thinking that this may hit its peak anywhere from the end of this year or throughout 2024 instead of hitting in 2025 as they were calling for. So this increased number of sunspots is going to bring in an increased chance of solar flares. And they're saying that there has been a 5-fold series of C-class and M-class solar flares in 1 year between 2021 and 2022. And they say year on year, the number of the most powerful, the X-class solar flares, is also increasing. They say that the first half of 2023 has logged more X-class flares than all of 2022. And these have classifications of A, B, C, M, and X, each class being at least 10 times more powerful than the previous one. And if the sun was to let loose during this charge up of activity, it very well could spark a Carrington event, which would affect GPS, it would affect satellites, and it could just straight up fry all the components of our ancient grid here in America, of which it seems the United States government knows all about this, and they seem not to care. Remember, we're in the midst of a great reset, where things have to come crashing down before they can reset anything. A lot of these things are part of a plan. And the talk here now is if this whole thing comes down, the internet comes down. And before you'll ever be able to get back online, which could take weeks, months, you're going to have a digital fingerprint that Barack Obama has just stepped out and called for. That everyone across the planet needs to have this to be able to access online content. They've already showed their hand. They showed that they're ready to roll out an agenda as soon as this happens, as soon as the lights go out during this reset. I've warned you, everything with the CBDC, everything. It's going to all come out full scale globally after these bring down events. So things are set to happen here anytime and here any day now. Fed.gov rolls out and it begins in terms of a launch pad for the CBDC in America. I've warned you every step of the way. And it looks like there may be a series of events coming our way to try to usher this stuff in. So whether it's from the sun or from man, just beware of a lights out situation. And the internet going out and you not having access to any information or connecting with anyone worldwide once this is all said and done. It seems they have a plan for when this happens to stop people from accessing the internet unless you have these things, unless you jump through their hoops. Beware, this is what's going down. Join me on the live streams where I break this down further. Find links below. Much love.